Hi guys, today we are going to talk about a book called A Long Way Gone Memoirs of a Boy Soldier by Ishmael Beah. I have always been interested in literature, non-fiction and fiction from the African continent. For example, countries such as Libya, Egypt, South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, Sierra Leone. So this book is basically based in Sierra Leone and it was published in 2007. I read it some time ago, but I forgot what happened in it. So I read it again and I loved it like anything. The details in it given of Sierra Leone were just lovely. Despite the fact that I have not been to Sierra Leone, but I've seen the movie Blood Diamond, and in it I really enjoyed watching that movie. And in that movie, due to that movie, I was interested in this book. Anyways, this is a book about a child soldier called Ishmael Beah growing up in Sierra Leone. He has a brother called Junior and a best friend called Muhammad, and he likes to play rap music. He's only 12 years old, and he becomes a child soldier. As you might be knowing that there are thousands and thousands of child soldiers in the whole continent of Africa who have to suffer so much, and they don't know what to do about themselves. So in this book, he is basically a child soldier, and he likes he's basically a child soldier, and there are rumors that the rebels in Sierra Leone are forcing the children to kill people and to burn their villages and to do a lot of violent acts together. They force them to do these acts, which is a really terrible situation. It's still happening all over Africa, not only in this book. So they are forced to do all these bad activities in Africa, and he finally becomes a child soldier growing up in Sierra Leone, and he goes from one part of the country to another. What happens next is that there are details given about his life and everything that happens in Sierra Leone. And then at the age of 13, he is picked by the government army and does a lot of terrible acts, and which are violations of human rights. And then what happens is that as he goes to Freetown, which is the capital city of Sierra Leone, he wanders from one place to another, going here and there with his friends in search for some shelter. But he is desperate to live a peaceful and a normal and a healthy and a happy life. What happens next is that he has no biological relatives in Sierra Leone. Well, by the way, he thinks that he has no biological relatives in Sierra Leone, but he does have some relatives. He does have some relatives, and one of them is called Uncle Tommy. Uncle Tommy is his relative, and he is very nice to him. He brings him to his house and treats him like his own son and takes care of him and gives him food, shelter and clothing. And he gets to interact with his cousins who are the children of Uncle Tommy. What happens next is that he is picked up by the United Nations to go to New York City. He is supposed to go to New York City and address the United Nations Parliament on the human rights abuses which have been committed and the atrocities of war crimes that have been committed in his native country of Sierra Leone. So he finally goes to New York City and addresses the United Nations seminar about his country Sierra Leone and all the bad things that are happening over there. He goes to Times Square and has a nice time in New York City, and then he comes back to Sierra Leone, which is very depressing coming back, and then his uncle Tommy passes away and he is very upset, and he doesn't know what to do. So he then goes to some other African country. I don't know, I'm not sure what happens next. Anyways, so I read this book very quickly and I really liked it, and I have heard that he's written another novel. I can't recall its name though, but he's written another novel and I would like to read that one as well. But I love this book, A Long Way Gone, Memoirs of a Boy Soldier by Ishmael Beah. It's a #1 national bestseller. And the guy, Ishmael Beah, looks like a nice guy as well. He looks like an intellectual man. Anyways, I loved reading this book, and I would like all you guys to read this book and tell me what you think about it. I can't wait to read the author's next books. I just love reading literature on Africa, and I want to go to Africa and discover all these places for my own. Bye guys.